I'm setting up now to wash the old blood off the quail, and then I'll dry it, drain it. Got paper towel and I got some white kind of cloth, and then I will blow dry it. So hopefully it won't be too difficult. This is super white, and I used it once on the paws of my rabbit, and it worked really well. And this is a white quail, so yeah, gonna get everything ready. Fill this up with warm water. Okay, I got warm water in here. Quail are 120 degrees. Human beings are just under 100 degrees, so it felt warm hot to me. So that should be good. And going to get the little girl now. Okay, so I had to empty the water a few times, and I'm using this shampoo, and I'm just gently going around and around. Haven't lost any feathers, but there's a lot of coagulated blood on there. She's cooperating so nicely. Once this part is over, I'll be able to dry her, but I have a bit more to ease off. This kind of like, it would be better if it was in cold water because it's blood, but I can't really do that. But anyways, it is coming off. Good girl, Belinda. Okay, so I got off as much as I'm going to get off. There was a couple small feathers that came out. And now it's just rinsing, so I'm going to put her in the rinse a few times, and then she's closing her eyes to tell me that she trusts me. That's nice. So rinse a few times and then drain her and get started on teaching her not to be afraid of the blow dryer. So this is her last rinse, and she only really shakes when I'm holding her at the side, so I try to do that pretty quick. She's just cold. So now it's time to drain Belinda. So she's just standing there. I managed to keep the top of her head dry, so that's good. So I'm just going to drain her and pick her up and take her to the other room where I'm set up with the blow dryer. And then it's like a little learning curve. I turn it on, I tell her what it is, turn it on. She struggles. I guess they usually always struggle. Right now she's good. She's not really shaking, and because she's warm, maybe the slightest bit. She sure looks cute. She's a little cutie pie. Alright, let's go. When she moves her head like that, that's called scanning. Rabbits do it too. So it's kind of sunny out. A little bit. So now is the next part. Hi Belinda, you sure have been a good girl. So Belinda is about a third of the way done. It's probably just best to keep going because she's warmer when I do it. But she's getting there. She's still not dry, but she's getting there. And I think she's sort of sitting down, so I think she's almost falling asleep. She's shaking just a wee little bit, so I'm going to continue. Oh, closing her eyes. She trusts me. Look at the feathers. She's one of my silkies. Oh, she's one of my silkies. And if I'm not incorrect, she's got a lighter instead of a dark on top. Anyways, look at that. She's almost done. She's such a pretty girl. I think she's falling asleep. She put her tail up a minute ago, and so I was blow drying that as well. Use the blow dryer. Now on the lightest setting. Now this is not ideal. I mean, you don't usually wash them, but whatever that thing was on the back, when we took it off, I didn't know what it was, and we weren't prepared, and it bled, and I wish that I had had something to like press on the bleeding, but since it was, I know they heal themselves fast, but open sore, I kind of left it for a few days watching her. I put pure from tree resin turpentine on it. I didn't want it to get infected, but it acted like a sedative on such a small little body. So she's got beautiful feathers. She's a little bit shaking because this is pretty unusual for her to be even held. It's not normal. But yeah, once they get used to, like, they're not being hurt with the hair dryer, they really like it. And then they practically fall asleep. Now the next thing is, of course, I've taken away all her dust, her natural dust. So I was gonna keep her out for a little bit, put her down, let her preen, maybe let her eat, see that she eats, and then I'm thinking of putting her back in. Okay. She's still shaking ever so slightly. So, she's awake. Alright, so the next is to let her go in the living room. Or rather, maybe her cage is not that clean, but give her something to eat. Maybe I'll take it out of her cage and I won't put her back in. I'll just take the food and water out and then let her walk around, make sure she's fully dry, and then the last part I'll show her going back in. So here's Belinda, kind of not knowing exactly what's happening now. So I'm going to see if she'll eat something. When I put her back, I'll clean up her cage. I don't think I'm going to put her back. So she's got her food. She's got the rabbit's water here. So I'm just going to watch her, see that she's okay. There, now she's preening herself. She seems to have lost her sea legs. She was standing until the end when I was blow drying her, and then she was closing her eyes and she was kind of very ultra relaxed. Now she's kind of sitting and seems to have forgotten how to walk. Oh, there. Yeah. Maybe she's just really relaxed. Straightening out her feathers. You're a beautiful girl. Once she gets in with the others, she'll be able to get her dust back. Because they have kind of a dust that they make, I think. I really only put soap on just at the upper part of between her wings, but I mean some of it got around, and they like sand. They like sand baths, but she can fluff herself around in the litter downstairs. Still watching. Beautiful Belinda. She gave herself a couple of really cute little shakes, whole body little shakes to put her feathers back, I guess. I think feathers are replaced one by one, once or twice a year. Twice a year, maybe. And her flesh, I noticed, is perfect. There's no evidence of a sore whatsoever. So whatever that thing was, it's like gone forever. And she's as good as new. Well, she's getting closer to the water and food. She probably feels pretty good now that she's able to properly groom herself. She probably feels, very happy about herself, because it's not very nice. I mean, if your hair was matted with old blood and you couldn't comb it or anything, it would feel really bad. But now she's able to fluff up like silk every little part of herself. So I think she's going to be really good. The only reason I picked her up in the first place was that she was running at people, and I thought, oh, she doesn't feel happy. She had a long beak and the old blood, so I trimmed her beak first, and anyways, it's been a delight having her up here. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl. I just want to see her eat and drink. Come on, pretty girl. Eat and drink. Please. Oh, she's not finished yet. Hey, you're not finished yet? Oh, good. She's eating. She's a hungry little girl. Excellent. This little girl has not actually had an egg the whole, like, this is the 4th day? I don't know if this is the 4th or the 5th day upstairs with us. So, you know, maybe she gets back in there and she'll do like the others and have an egg. I could increase the light another hour. But it's a sweet spot, like how many hours of light that we don't want to annoy the cockerels. But there has to be enough light along with everything else, like protein, water, grit, fresh things to eat, and the basics. But we don't want to annoy the males, so the girls need enough light, but not too much that the males are agitated. Oh, a little bit of a fluff. Blue has come over to see Belinda. That's been his little friend for a few days now. Oh no, not this again. She's gonna poke him. Belinda, don't you dare poke the rabbit. Belinda, be nice now. You're a pretty girl. Good boy, Rabbit. Well, I think she's pretty much ready to go downstairs. She's fluffy and she's cute. You ready to go downstairs, Belinda? Finish making yourself so pretty? She's a pretty girl. Gonna eat a little bit more? Good girl. Good girl. Okay, here we are with Belinda. Hey, you. Oh my God, they're trying to make a break for it. No, no, no. Okay, just a moment. Well, apparently she's Frankie's girl. Alright. Huh, no wonder she was calling so loud when he called. Okay, get back in there, girls. Huh. I can hear the rabbit pounding around, so I'm not going to stay here too long. Well, I guess he's glad that she's back. Whoa, not those two girls at it again. Anyway, such is life. Next time, if I ever see something on a pair of quail and I think I'm going to pull it off, or have Rick look at it and pull it off, I better be ready to staunch the blood really quick. All's well that ends well, and she's back in business. Thank you. Back at the Urban Quail Ranch. All kinds of pretty girls.